doing the retard at the end? I'm already on.
Are we gonna bow?
I do. I want to bow, but I like to stop it. How am I supposed to get his attention?
I don't know. Go up to him.
I do for my
Or say,
face.
what's his first name?
Tom.
Tom. Does that work? Really?
He's very attached to his mom.
He's one of
My mom's
those.
coming. We're okay. We're okay, guys.
Picture?
Can you take our picture?
You guys want to actually like get
Can
out
you
of
get
these stands?
Shallow? Yeah, we're okay. Sarah, right? Sarah.
Sarah, like this or this? Video, Sarah. It's video. One, two, three. One, two, three.
Look at here. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. And this is how good.
Should I?
Yes, yes.
Okay. I'll do it until I get bored. Wait, Verdi, come on.
Wow, that was actually good. So, well, good evening. Yeah, I was happy with that. Good. First of all, let's give a great hand to the Woodwind Quintet that was playing here beforehand. We had Jillian here stand up, and Sarah, and Andy, and Verity, and Connor, who's going to give them a hand. Okay. Well, that was American Overture for Band. I always like to do one. Man, there was an extension here last time. I really liked it. Okay. All right. I always like to do one piece that I would figure that if you were in band in high school that you possibly could have played, and that would have been one of the ones. He wrote that back in the day. Joseph Wilcox Jenkins was on the faculty at Duquesne University for many years out in Pittsburgh, down the hill from Carnegie Mellon and Pitt. And he wrote that when he was 25. And he's kind of like a one-hit wonder. Do we have any examples of one-hit wonders? Anybody here? Anybody? What about a one-hit wonder? Anybody? The guy who wrote, well, I don't know what that is.
Rebecca Black.
Rebecca Black? Is that a one-hit wonder? Any other one-hit wonders? Carly Rae Jepsen. Anybody from the audience one-hit wonders? Oh, Quarter Flags. That was good. Me with my jokes. Was that? Oh, that was. Who let her in? Well, anyway, I mean, there's all this, one-hit wonders, all this K-pop nonsense is around the band room. There's all these pictures of, prepubescent Asian boys with dyed hair. And those are just the pictures of Ricky Tran. Yeah, when I made that up in the car, like on the way home from school, I was laughing myself. I knew that was funny. Okay, so he's a one-hit wonder. So anyway, he wrote that at 25, and life was all downhill from there. Okay, but one of his students at Duquesne was Sam Hazo, and we've played many pieces with Sam Hazo over the years, and he wrote this to homage, the next piece, homage to Joseph Wilcox Jenkins, his teacher. And he also wrote it for his mother. And we all know, all of you out there, and I know, that parenting adolescence is fraught with peril. And there are many joys, and there are many other times that are not joys. And so, speak for yourself. No, I think I'm speaking for all of us. Anyway, so I thought I'd get a bigger laugh, but it's early. What? Hey, I'm used to people not laughing at my jokes. I've had a lot of practice. Anyway, but this is a heartfelt thank you from the band, all the members in the band, to their mothers. I realize that we're a couple weeks away from Mother's Day, but he also, like I said, wrote this for his mother. So this piece is dedicated to all the mothers in the audience. You know, one of the things that the band enjoys doing the most is playing beautiful music. And I know when I'm playing that piece and pieces like it that we get to do every day, I know, and I can speak for many of us, that we don't want those songs to end. So I know it's not time for the seniors yet. It's going to be a little bit, but I just know that in playing pieces like that, that's something I'm thinking about with the seniors, and I'm going to miss them very much. We'll talk about that in a little bit, but not to get emotional about that. Okay. There's a great, everyone, I love the one band concept. I like having one band. I like having everybody get to experience all the wide range of songs, and everyone contributes. But there are some that really kind of go above and beyond and get involved in festivals and audition for solo type honors, and we are very blessed to have many people to do that. So I'd like to acknowledge them at this time. I'll read them up as a group, and then we'll clap for each group, and then we'll clap for everybody at the end. Okay, first of all, the students that made regional band, we have Jillian Schmitz, Lydia Yenser, Verity Lee, Zach Walter, and Andy Kaczynski. Joining them in district band, we had Sarah Rawanko and Robbie Dalton. Where's Robbie? Oh, there he is. Joining them in county band, we had Katrina Seidel, Shashank Streeter, Sarah Stengel, Kaya Kazuka, Ryan Tuckman, Megan O'Keefe, Mark Chmielewski, Nick Walter, Zach Newkirk, and Noah Levine. I can't pull off the bow tie look. I just can't do it. Noah's killing it there. And then finally in junior counties, Josh Freitas, James Mannix, Krisha Nyack, Jeff Dalton, and Reagan Underwood. One of the things we're blessed with is we're able to play some rather difficult pieces, and I know that I speak for the rest of the band. We would not be able to play those pieces if it would not be for the role model set by these players and other players. Let's give them another big hand. All right, this next piece, Joy Revisited, we're moving right along here. Sean, you got a lot to say. What time is it? 7:22, okay. I'm going to get you out of here in time to watch the Flyers tonight in the Stanley Cup playoffs, so we'll be fine for that. Wait a minute, they're not in? Oh, okay, well, we'll get you home in time to watch the Sixers in playoffs. They're not in either? Okay, we'll get you home in time to watch the Eagles draft number 15 tomorrow night or wherever they're... The Steelers. Oh, yeah. There's always the Steeler fans. They're always the loudest ones. Oh, yeah. Look at all the rings we got. Yeah, I know. Okay. Security. Okay. We're all right. We're just going to play the next song. I'd like to acknowledge the soloists there, Jillian, Verity, Shashank, Andy, and I forgot Noah. Okay, we are very fortunate to have a number of fantastic teachers in the district. All the music staff is fantastic. The elementary staff with Mr. Jerry Labarante and Mr. William Nelson, Ms. Donna Sue Thompson, if they would not start these students and not as well as they do and encourage them to continue, this band, this stage would be barren. So they do, the three of them do a fantastic job. Then we are blessed with having them go to our two outstanding middle school directors, Mr. Ed Lucky at Southern, and then this next gentleman that I would like to announce. So, John Thomas Hauser, I believe, graduated 2000 from Wilson High School. He is an outstanding tubist, an outstanding vocalist. He continued his studies at Westchester University, where he majored in voice and also performed he performed with the Golden Rams Marching Band and many other groups at Westchester. Also, when he was at a little curious thing, when he was at Wilson, besides starring in musicals and things like that, he was probably the only student that ever has or ever will have played on the varsity football team as well as marched in the marching band. So Mr. Hauser was able to do that as well. But Chris, did you play at all on the football field? I mean, okay. Also, okay, Chris Soto too. Let's give Chris Soto a hand back there. How could I forget? Okay, where was I? Anyway, Mr. Hauser. One of the things that Mr. Hauser and Mr. Lucky do such a fantastic job that it always keeps me on my toes. And one of the ways it really keeps me on my toes is that the students love Mr. Hauser. And they always talk about how much they love Mr. Hauser, and they're used to him creating such a warm and inviting atmosphere down at the middle school. And then they come up to the high school. But look at all the influence he has. Can all the students up here in the band that played under Mr. Hauser, and percussion, raise your hand, and can everybody else stand up that played in West's band with Mr. Hauser? Okay, and Mr. Hauser is a fantastic musician, and you're going to welcome him to the stage, and he will be playing the percussion heavy piece entitled Foundry.
Hi. So, first of all, let's give him a hand real quick. Now, I have to apologize. Our original intended present broke, so it arrived damaged. I can tell you what it is, I guess. It was gonna replace the music staff whiteboard, actually.
Yeah, we bought you a whiteboard, but the music staff's on it and everything.
Yeah, so I'm Andrew. I'm from the class of 2017. I play the French horn. He's the band director. I'm stating facts. Okay. I'd like to thank Mr. Cooper for being such an inspiration to me, especially. My 4 years in band, I don't think would be the same without him. And I think a lot of my classmates, underclassmen and upperclassmen, can say the same. He just has an amazing amount of musicianship. Oops, sorry. He has a great personality, and he has okay jokes. Okay, you know. But he's a real sincere person, and he's inspired me, and I'm sure countless others. And the class, the whole band, I suppose, would like to thank you. And we brought you, flowers. Don't worry though. We have a gift. It's coming. It's coming. And yeah. And the senior class would like to present you with a letter. But before we do that, I'll hand it over to George.
I'll basically say the same things. I'll go over here. Okay. Podium now. No podium. Mr. Cooper really deserves, even more than our thanks, to know just how his students feel about him. It's hard to describe because it's tremendously unique. So I'll start. When Mr. Cooper conducts, as you've all seen, there's a specific Coopery passion that you can immediately see. And even if you close your eyes, you can hear it in the music, in spite of the fact that obviously not playing any of the instruments. In second period, at 8 a.m., barely awake, every member of band consistently gets to experience moments with this tone, which is one of sublime, transcendent beauty. These moments, in my opinion, generally go way beyond what happens in district, regional, or state ensembles. In particular, those slow, passionate songs nourish your soul, and for a few moments, you're covered in goosebumps, and the rest of the world kind of seems to disappear. I can't really say why, but you just feel that these moments have meaning in like an existential way. In the same category of Cooper experiences as his famous lectures. That's usually what he calls them, with a self-deprecating kind of connotation, but that's modesty. These lectures contain a very unique and very serious wisdom that can only come from a man with the level of sensitivity and life experience that Mr. Cooper has. Wisdom that has probably made us all, certainly myself, better people. He speaks with a sincerity and passion which are too moving to articulate. Through high school, in a certain sense, we pass from childhood to adulthood. Emotionally speaking, it's not really necessarily a bed of roses, to say the least. It can get really, really sad and hard. So it's impossible to express enough gratitude to an honest, open, sensitive, and passionate adult who treats you like an adult, who has the strength to make himself vulnerable, who you relate to, and who shares with you incomparable moments of beauty and wisdom that improves you as a human being. It is helpful on a daily level and in a larger sense in growing into an adult. I can probably count on my hands the number of high school teachers, or even teachers in general, that my parents have told me about. But there is no doubt in my mind that 20, 30, 40 years from now, hundreds, and I'm not exaggerating, hundreds of children, of students of yours will have heard your name, because we could never, ever possibly forget a great, colorful soul like yours. The word love has many meanings, and your students have for you one that is not like any of the conventional categories, but which I dare say, is no less serious than any of them. We love you. We have infinite gratitude for you, and my class, the class of 2017, will miss you so, so much. Thank you.
All right. That's kind of. That's kind of hard to follow, but oh, nice. Okay, so Lexi, Cook, and I'm Caitlin, for those of you who don't know. We made a forum, and we had everybody in the band kind of put what they like about Mr. Cooper, or what they're appreciative of from him, and we cut them out and put them in this jar, and they are for you. For when you're down, you get to pick one out and read it to yourself. If you want, you can take one out and read it right now. Although, let me read it first. Let me just be sure it's not mine. Oh, that's mine. Put it back. Wait. Yes, you may read this out loud. Actually, only read the second part.
Yes, that would be correct. The most important words that ever left your mouth is, "I will always have time for you." When you said that one day when I was leaving your office, I left the door and cried. It made me feel so emotional. It means more than you can never know. Thank you so much, Mr. Cooper.
I think we can all see that how much Mr. Cooper has impacted our class, not just our class, but countless of classes before us. We can see that this is a man who anyone can look up to. And we would like to thank you, and we will miss you, the class of 2017. Well, without further ado, Godzilla!
Look, I want it to be clear that there was no mention of any of that when we were practicing Godzilla, and there are no slides of any Asian Americans. I want this to be very clear. Well, those were, I do thank you very much for all those nice things, and I hope my wife was paying attention to all those nice things. I was making fun of her earlier this evening, and it was one of the first times I had ever done that. Okay, we need to recognize the seniors, and so there's some seniors that have fled down here, so don't go too far. There's always many different senior tributes, and there'll be several of them. I already talked a little bit about the seniors, and I really don't have words to express every year, kind of be redundant. This is a fantastic senior class. We know it. The senior class has accomplished many, many, many things over the 4 years. You can see it by the people, listen to their words and their solos and their things, and I can't thank them enough. And we'll talk much more in the future about that because we still have a ways together. But this senior class is fantastic. I'm going to introduce them by section, and we will clap for them by section. In the flutes, we have Akanksha Busari, Lindsay Gibbon, Caitlin Rooney, Jillian Schmitz, Katrina Seidel, Lydia Yenser, and Lauren Yu. Let's give the flutes a hand. Hi, Sean. Next in the clarinets, we have Sneha Mosetti, Heather Forbes, and Verity Lee. In the saxes, we have Josh Bloom, Nick Collins, Kaya Kazuka, Lexi Cook, and Jamin Patel. French horn, we have Andy Kaczynski. String bass, we have George Balchunas. Trumpets, we have John Charnigo, John Magala IV, Andrew Pagodo, Zane Schober, and Chris Soto. Euphoniums, we have Jess Hume and Noah Levine. Trombones, we have Aaron Root and Devin Fessenden. On tuba, we have Kaylee Bubats. And in percussion, we have Jared Baksick, David Burtz, Matt Cockrum, Robbie Dalton, Jared Kramer, Alex Rooney, Malachi Simmons, Ricky Tran, Nick Walter, and Lexi Westcott. I mean, this band is fantastic, and it's largely due to their efforts and their leadership and role models. Let's give a hand to the senior class one more time. All right. Okay, here's what's going on. Sean, what time is it? 7:49. Oh, man, we're going to be out here by 8:07, 8:08. This is awesome. Shortest spring concert in history. Okay, this piece needs some explaining to do. So basically what happens is this. This is Las Vegas in the 50s and 60s, not Las Vegas of now, of like, you know, like Cirque du Soleil and like nightclubs and champagne and whatnot. This, well, champagne. Anyway, so this is the 50s and 60s Las Vegas. So it starts out and it shows different styles like lounge bands playing like we think of Las Vegas. And then it goes out in the desert as if something's going to happen, goes back to the lounge, goes back and forth kind of things, and then it seems like something is awry. And of course, what is lurking in the desert is Godzilla, because that's just where Godzilla lurks. So Godzilla lurks in the desert. He comes, and I guess it's a he. Is it a he? Well, I guess it's a he. Anyway, I know, I'll move it along. So anyway, Godzilla, there'll be a test at the end of the concert. So Godzilla comes, and the band tries to engage him in a dance, and he mambos, because, you know, that makes perfect sense. Except that makes Godzilla angry, and he just starts wrecking stuff and smashing things, and it gets ugly. And people are screaming and whatnot. So he destroys the three kings of Vegas in the 50s, 60s. You'll see of them. Two of them are already dead, but that's just coincidental. So you'll see the pictures. I don't want to spoil it for you. Thank you very much. I'm almost done. So whoever that was poking the baby, get him to stop talking. So anyway, then Las Vegas is destroyed. And then of course, a band of Elvis impersonators used to be out in Las Vegas. Elvis impersonators rise up, and they start attacking Godzilla. They fail, however, because Godzilla is Godzilla and shoots this ray out of the mouth. As long as the slide's on at the right time, there'll be a ray out of the mouth of Godzilla. So then everything's not good. Godzilla laughs. That's the trombones are laughing. The trombones are fabulous tonight, by the way. Anyway, so the trombones are laughing. Godzilla, I'm hurrying as fast as I can. So then everybody's laughing. Godzilla laughs, and the Sphinx seduces Godzilla. You know, that old chestnut. So they're dancing, of course, Godzilla, whatever. Mark's down here with a theremin. This is very rare. Mark's going to be waving his hands, and yeah, let's hear what this sounds like, Mark. Ooh. Yeah, I mean, seriously. I mean, that is awesome. Let's give Mark a hand for the theremin. I mean, so anyway, while Godzilla's distracted by the Sphinx, the Elvis regroup, destroy Godzilla, falls, we celebrate, we laugh, and then it ends and maybe not really ends. But anyway, so thank you. I know you're going to enjoy Godzilla Eats Las Vegas. After this is over, I'm not going to speak. The band is going to play, I'll introduce them, and then they'll introduce the people, and then off we go. And enjoy the rest of your evening, and thank you very much for lending me your sons and daughters for this time.